my beloved child. Are you there with me right now? Can you pause for just a moment? Step away from the noise that surrounds you and truly listen, not just with your ears, but with your heart. I have been reaching for you for so long, calling your name in ways you may not have recognized, trying to break through the distractions, the worries, and the endless movement of your life. This is not a coincidence, not something random that just appeared before you. This moment has been gently arranged, piece by piece, so that these words would meet you exactly where you are right now. I have seen every step you've taken, every thought you've carried, every silent struggle you've hidden from the world. I have been there in the quiet moments when you felt alone, in the nights when sleep would not come, in the heaviness you could not explain. Even when you did not notice me, I was near, closer than your own breath, waiting patiently for the moment you would slow down enough to feel my presence again. You may have felt something stirring inside you before this moment. A subtle pull, a quiet stillness in the middle of chaos, a feeling you could not quite understand. That was not emptiness, and it was not chance. That was me reaching out to you, trying to remind you that you are not alone and never have been. I have spoken to you in many ways, through moments of joy, through pain that shaped you, through people who crossed your path, through words that touched your heart unexpectedly, and even through silence when everything else grew too loud. I have placed signs before you, moments that felt too meaningful to ignore, yet easy to dismiss as coincidence. But they were never random. They were all part of my effort to remind you of one simple, unchanging truth. You are deeply loved, you are seen, and you matter more than you realize. You are not just another face in the crowd, not someone forgotten or overlooked. You were created with intention, shaped with care, and given a purpose that is entirely your own, something no one else can replace. Yet I have watched as you drifted, slowly and quietly, pulled away by the noise of the world. I have seen you give your energy to things that do not last, chase after approval from those who cannot truly see you, and fill your days with distractions to quiet a longing you cannot explain. Still, through all of it, I have remained beside you, never stepping away, never giving up on you, waiting for the moment you would turn your attention back to me. I see the weight you carry, even when you pretend everything is fine. I see the tiredness behind your smile, the questions that echo in your mind late at night, the moments when you wonder if you are truly cared for, if you are remembered, if you are still heard. I want you to know that you are. Every tear you have shed, every sigh you have released, every silent cry you thought no one noticed, I have seen them all. When you felt abandoned, I was with you. When you believed I was silent, I was still speaking, though the noise around you made it hard to hear. When you thought I had turned away, I was standing right beside you, waiting for your heart to become still enough to sense me again. There were times when you asked for a sign, when you wondered if I was real, when you quietly hoped for something that would show you that you were not alone in this vast and overwhelming world. This moment, right now, is an answer to those thoughts. It is not loud or forceful, but it is real. It is gentle, yet urgent. It is an invitation, not a demand. You are being called not because you are lacking something I need, but because I love you too deeply to watch you struggle in silence, believing you have to carry everything on your own. You may feel like you have gone too far, made too many mistakes, or wasted too much time. You may believe that you are no longer worthy of love, that you have disappointed me beyond repair. But those thoughts are not the truth. Nothing you have done has pushed me away. Nothing you have said or thought has made me love you less. My love does not fade when you fall. It does not weaken when you doubt. And it does not disappear when you feel broken. It remains constant, steady, and unchanging, like a quiet presence that never leaves. The ache you feel inside, the emptiness that nothing seems to fill that is not a flaw within you. It is a space that was always meant for something deeper, something lasting. You have tried to fill it with many things, hoping they would bring peace or satisfaction, but they were never meant to complete you. That longing is a call, a reminder that you were created for more than what the world offers. You were meant to experience connection, purpose, and a peace that does not depend on circumstances. You have been running, haven't you? Running from your past, from your fears, from the weight of your own thoughts, from the things you wish you could change. But even as you ran, you were never alone. I was there with you, not chasing to condemn you, but walking beside you, waiting for the moment you would stop and turn around. That moment can be now. It does not require perfection, preparation, or the right words. It only requires honesty, a willingness to pause and open your heart, even just a little. You don't have to pretend here. You don't have to hide your doubts, your fears, your pain, or your questions. You can bring them all as they are. You can speak freely, even if the words feel messy or incomplete. What matters is not how you say it, but that you allow yourself to be real. That is where healing begins, where connection is restored, where the silence starts to fade. You may have noticed that over time, the connection you once felt became quieter. It did not disappear all at once, but slowly, through distractions, busyness, and the weight of life. You told yourself you would return to it later, that you were just too tired or too overwhelmed in the moment, but later kept getting pushed further away. Still, even in that silence, I was there present in every moment, listening even when you did not speak. I have spoken to you through the beauty of the world around you, through moments of unexpected peace, through kindness you received when you needed it most, through the gentle reminders that life is more than what you see on the surface. I have been present in ways you may not have recognized, because you were looking for something louder, something unmistakable. But often, the most meaningful things come quietly, waiting to be noticed rather than forcing themselves into your awareness. There were moments when you felt guided, when something inside you said to pause, to wait, to choose differently. That was not your imagination. That was guidance, gentle and patient, never forcing, always inviting. There were times when doors closed, when things did not go as you hoped, and you wondered why. It may have felt like rejection, but often it was protection keeping you from paths that would have caused greater harm. You have been through pain that shaped you, experiences that left marks you still carry. Some of those wounds came from others, and some from your own choices. You may have learned to live with them, to function despite them, but deep down they are still there, and yet they do not define you. They are not the final version of your story. There is still healing, still growth, still a path forward that leads to something whole and meaningful. You do not have to carry everything alone. You were never meant to. The strength you try to maintain for everyone else, the expectations you place on yourself, the pressure to keep going even when you feel empty, those are burdens you do not have to bear by yourself. There is rest available to you, not as something you have to earn, but as something you can accept. So take a moment now. Breathe. Let the noise fade. Even if just for a few seconds. Notice the stillness, the quiet space within you that is often overlooked. That is where connection begins again. That is where you can feel something real, something steady, something that does not disappear when everything else changes. You are not too far gone. You are not too late. You are not beyond love, beyond healing, or beyond purpose. You are still here. And that means there is still time, still opportunity, still a path forward that can lead you somewhere better than where you are now. All that is needed is a small step, a willingness to turn your attention back, to listen, to open your heart even slightly. You do not have to have everything figured out. You do not have to be perfect. You only need to be present. And in that presence, you may begin to notice something you thought was lost. A sense of peace, a quiet reassurance, a reminder that you are not alone in this journey, that you never have been, and you never will be.